Hi everyone, good evening. This is Professor Harmon. I'm just going to walk you through what is actually due this week because I've noticed that many of you are a bit confused or have questions about what exactly is due at the end of this week. So if you go into the course site, click on the weekly itinerary, and you're going to head over to week 5 because we are delving into the Modernist manifestos and the Harlem Renaissance. You'll see the readings for this week. Please make sure that you do read the background information related to the authors and also the time period. Now you'll notice that two things are due, the reflective piece and then there's a peer assessment due. That reflective piece is very similar to a minute paper, but it's not the same thing. And you do not have a minute paper due as well. You just have the reflective paper due in addition to the peer assessment. So the reflective paper is really whatever you want to write about in response to either Hughes's poetry, McKay's poetry, or maybe you want to talk about all of the poetry that evolved from the Harlem Renaissance. That's up to you. I really think, though, focusing on maybe one text is a lot easier to do because it allows for a deeper analysis. You're only writing a 1 to 2 page paper. So choosing one poem or story to focus on or just one author's poetry will make for a more effective paper. So hopefully that information is helpful in and of itself. You might even want to just choose, let's say, a quote from Zora Neale Hurston's How It Feels to Be Colored Like Me. Choose one quote from that text that really provides some type of insight into the time period, into the theme, into the protagonist's character, and maybe talk a little bit about how, writing possibly served as, therapy for these writers during a time where they felt extremely held down, right? Or stripped of rights. So it's really whatever you want that paper to be. You are just responding to an author's, their rhetoric, their structure, their whatever, you want to write about. Or maybe you're just responding to one poem or one group of poems. It's whatever you'd like to make it. But you'll notice that I did provide some helpful hints down here, some do's and don'ts, because it's not a summary. You're not summarizing a poem. So you're providing an analysis. So you're choosing a theme, maybe a symbol, maybe some examples from the text that refer to quotes that provide us insight into the themes and the time period. So you'll do that. Take a look at some of the instructional materials as well. I'll continue to add to that folder. And then once you're ready to submit your response paper, you're just going to click on this tab right here. It's the one-page response paper title. Just click on that. And this will show you that it is an assignment. And then you're just going to upload your file for your paper right here. So just click Browse My Computer, find your file, and then you're going to submit it to me. And that is due by Friday, by midnight is fine. Okay. Now if we go back, you'll notice if you scroll down, you also need to submit your paper to the discussion board forum so that one of your peers can take a look at possibly your paper. All right, so you're going to click on the response paper forum, create a thread, and then upload your paper as a discussion board post. And that needs to be done by Friday by midnight as well. Okay, now the final assignment that's due this week is that peer assessment. So let's go back. I'm going to go back to week 5. And we're going to scroll down. And you'll notice it says peer evaluation assessment. And there is a rubric here that is attached. So you want to use this rubric to assess your peer's paper. So you're going to click on that rubric. Notice it is a PDF, but you are going to use this rubric to assess your peer's paper. You're going to look at his or their comprehension of the ideas. So do they respond accurately? Do you believe that they really know what the poem is talking about based on what you know about the poem? Would you say that it's ordered? So there are coherent, well-organized paragraphs that provide a topic sentence and also textual examples from the text to support those reasons or those general ideas. And then finally, you're just looking at the grammar the best you can. Take a look and see, is it clear? Does it make sense? Are there typos? Are there surface errors? And then using this as your guide, you are going to write a one-page response assessing your peer's paper. It's double-spaced. Make sure you provide your peer's name and the peer's title of their paper. If you don't have that information, I don't know which paper you're assessing and I can't provide you with credit. So please make sure that information is in your response your assessment piece. And then once you've written your very concise peer evaluation, you're going to click on the peer evaluation assessment tab and you are going to submit it like you submitted your original paper. And that's really it. Any other questions, please do not hesitate to email me or give me a call. My phone number is on the website, so do not hesitate to reach out if you have questions. All right, and this peer review, it says it's due by Monday at 12, and that is correct. All right, so I pushed the due date back a little bit to give you some time because I know many people won't be submitting their papers probably till late Friday night. So you have until Monday at noon to submit your response paper, your response assessment. I apologize. So this week you have a response reflective piece due and also a peer evaluation assessment. Any further questions, let me know. All right, have a great week.